This is the Lancer Locker Show on KYNT. Now, let's talk some Mount Marty University athletics with the coaches, as well as your host and the voice of Mount Marty University athletics, Tehl Tanner.
We are back for another season of the Lancer Locker on KYNT. This is KYNT 102.1 FM, AM 1450. The Lancer Locker back for another year. I am so excited to be in the booth from 5:30 to 6 every Monday until May, I believe. It's going to be a long time, and we've got a lot of fun. We've got a lot of guests planned, and today we have an impressive 3 guests. We're going to start off the show with John Nicoletti, the head coach of the Mount Marty football program. They have a game on Thursday up at Presentation College. Then we've got Balin Albertos in the booth, the head coach of the Mount Marty volleyball program, to talk about their game tomorrow. And we'll wrap up the show today with the athletic director of Mount Marty University, Andy Bernardo himself. All 3 of them in the booth over the next half hour. We're going to have a lot of fun. This is KYNT. Let's go ahead and talk week in review. Mount Marty. Fall sports have arrived. It is time. The Lancer men and women soccer programs were the first to see action yesterday when they traveled to Mitchell, South Dakota, with a doubleheader against the Tigers of Dakota Wesleyan. The women's team had a 0-0 draw with the Tigers, and the men's team had a 1-1 draw with the Tigers. Bit of rule change in the GPAC this year. Going to be some more draws in the slate. For the Lancers, it was Diego Romero with the goal in the 81st minute for the men's team. But once again, a 1-1 draw for the men, 0-0 draw for the women. Up next, both teams begin their 2022 campaigns at home with York College coming to town tomorrow. They're going to play at Crane at Youngworth Field. Action at 5 p.m. Women's team first, men's team immediately following. We've got volleyball tomorrow as well versus Presentation, and that'll be on the road up at Aberdeen. Going to start at 7 p.m. And football on Thursday. Also Thursday and Friday, the MMU Invitational for men's golf. We'll be at Fox Run Golf Course here in Yankton. Make sure to head on out to that. We're going to go ahead and take a break here as we begin the Lancer Locker. When we return, we've got John Nicoletti in the booth.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your lifetime. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more. All at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. For your convenience, you can call and order curbside pickup or order online at meatlodge.com. The Meat Lodge in Yankton, on the way to the lake on Highway 52.
What's special about Slumberland is ours is a free service. They get to come into our store. It helps the customer understand how the space is going to work so that they don't feel nervous about their purchase. If you live locally, you can set up an appointment with one of our sales representatives where we can come into your home and help you understand if you want to go shopping in your own home and bring some different pieces in to help them work with maybe the new piece you're looking for.
Free interior design service at Yankton Slumberland, located at 2401 Broadway Avenue.
With grain carts getting bigger and better every year, don't you think it's time to outfit them accordingly? Sherco's 4500 Series HD electric tarp works seamlessly with existing Sherlock tarps. The heavy-duty extruded arms are the strongest on the market and come with a lifetime warranty. Operating is easy and convenient with one of our smart remote options that let you open and close your tarp with the push of a button. Call to order yours today at 1-800-474-8756. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco.
Bring the crew to Pete's Ranch in Yankton. This is Annie, and we have legendary pizza and chicken just waiting for you on our buffet. Let us know what you're craving, and we'll make it fresh and bring you the first slice. Or let us deliver right to your front door. Your locally owned Yankton Pizza Ranch on Broadway, 665-1222.
It's where life tastes better. Surround them up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Back on the Lancer Locker, I am Tehl Tanner. Sitting now with the head coach of the Mount Marty football program, John Nicoletti. How you doing today, John?
I'm doing well, Tehl. How are you?
I am doing great. The first day of the Lancer Locker. You're the first guest of 2022-2023 season for it. I'm pretty excited. But, John, I got to tell you, I've not put a single thing in my body but pizza over the last 48 hours. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I just wanted to tell you that because I want to know what you're feeding your guys right now as we're getting ready for football.
Yep, a lot of it is obviously getting through fall camp, of making sure they're hydrated and replacing a lot of the calories that way too. So, no, we're very thankful to be working with Aladdin and our food service to be able to provide a lot of meals and all-you-can-eat meals to all our kids for every meal.
Absolutely. So. Where do they get all this food? Where do they eat at?
Yeah, right now it's all in the cafeteria. So
Perfect.
It's very convenient right there in the middle of our campus. So
you always gotta love that.
And do, yes.
What do you encourage these guys to be eating? Because obviously there's going to be a little bit of unhealthy options.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of fast food around town too.
Right. No, that's what I always try to. I was in the same shoes, guys. I got to college and I ate pizza and hamburgers and fries every day. You don't want to put that freshman 15 on in the first week now. So
freshman in the first week. Honestly, I can see you doing it. I can see it, and I got it.
Now that I'm done playing, though, I'm with you, man. I'll eat as much pizza as I can.
I love it. Well, tell me about fall camp and getting ready for everything. Tell me about the off season, getting the guys ready to go for the game on Thursday. It's already game week.
Yeah, very excited that football season is finally upon us. Yeah. That's for sure. But it's been a long wait coming. We've had a long, great off season starting all the way back in January, then bringing in some recruits there. And then continuously going through spring ball and then bringing in the freshman class here in the fall camp and starting right away there on August 1st. Since we played so early, we got to start right away there. And a lot of good. We had a little scrimmage against Dakota State, which got to get our guys' feet wet. Got to some guys' first college experience, some guys' first experience playing together. So, a lot of good, a lot of things to improve on, but definitely excited for this Thursday to see our guys in action against Presentation.
Absolutely. First game of the year. Tell me the coaching staff. Who's on the staff? What's going on with everybody this year?
Yeah, we retained all of the full-time guys. So Coach Lewis, Coach Zook, and Coach Heck are all back in the same roles. We did start with two grad assistants because the other grad assistants, they graduated and moved on. We have Coach Wiebelhaus, Jacob Wiebelhaus. He obviously with the Wiebelhaus name, everybody knows that name up here in the northern Nebraska region, but he actually moved up from Texas because that's where he moved and went to college and all that stuff. And then we have a guy that I used to coach down at Kansas Wesleyan. His name is Aaron Jenkins. He was a receiver, so he'll be taking over our receiver role there. And then we have Coach Solik back, Coach Van Winkle back as our part-time guys, and we had one more guy named Coach Charles Barnes, who's a guy that I coached at Kansas Wesleyan, and ironically, we coached against last year at Midland, so I was glad to get him on our side now.
Absolutely. A great coaching staff, able to retain all the full-time guys. I love that. That is definitely a stat to talk about. And let's talk about some other stats in terms of the players. I want to hear about your quarterback situation. Who's starting for the Lancers?
Yep, Kenneth Gay II. He is the guy that we brought in at January, won the job in spring, and does a great job of winning the locker room. I'll tell you, he stayed around all summer, got the mesh down with a lot of the other receivers that stuck around. And just such a positive leader. He's one of the guys that, he'll smile and light up a room, does a good job communicating with everybody, but when it comes time to play, he's one of those competitive guys that will use all resources at task to make sure that he gets to the goal.
Let's stay on the offensive side of things. Tell me about some of the big-name players we're returning for the Lancers this year. Tell me about some of the returners.
Yeah, I think one of our deepest positions there is the wide receiver room. We have all those guys back. Jonah Miyazawa, who ended up finishing third in the conference in touchdowns. He's back at our X-receiver spot. Trevor Fitzgerald is back at our Z position, and he's really starting to physically mature. And you see a year of playing nothing but receiver now is allowed to really evolve into that role a little bit more.
He was a quarterback in high school, so a bit of an evolution.
I keep joking with him. I was like, I recruited you as a safety. I really wanted you to play safety, but
defensive guy yourself. I see it.
And then Rex Reichen at our tight end position. He's a guy that also put on some good weight, and he's going to help him quite a bit in the run game there blocking, but he's got some of the best hands here in the league, and excited to see him inside. And we brought in quite a few guys at depth there, and you'll see a lot of Trey Hansen in some different spots as we started to see towards the end of last year as well. One of the probably other deepest positions is running back. We have obviously Kuanishi Gaya coming back, but then Tyree Morrison and Isaiah Thompson will complement each other very well.
Absolutely. Let's go to the defensive side of things. You were a safety, so I know this is your guys. Tell me about your secondary to start off with.
We got Jaren Mortensen back. I think he started every game last year, but he was a guy that also came up here from Kansas Westland, so I got a great relationship with him. He does a great job of being the quarterback of the defense back there. And then, ironically, Avery Rice is our other one who transferred from Presentation College, and I'm really excited to see him kind of have a revenge game coming up here on Thursday. So Marcus Janofen has played with great confidence all fall and was won one of those corner jobs. And I think that track season kind of helped with that confidence.
He's one of the fastest guys in the conference right there.
It's really hard to kind of run away from him. And then when we moved to linebacker there, Drew Pendleton, we moved to inside linebacker, which I'm really excited to see him run because he can run with everybody. He was a guy that actually started as a receiver here but kept putting on weight and playing physical, so we put him in a spot where he can do that.
Absolutely. You got a great team. Let's go ahead and talk about who they're facing Thursday. Presentation College, you're on the road for a non-conference game, first non-conference game in history, and the Catholic Cup. I really love it. Tell me about this. Tell me where it started.
Yeah, well, actually, Steve Hyman and I have known each other for a while. He was coaching an offense coordinator at Tabor College in the KCAC when I was the defensive coordinator at Kansas Westland. So we met there, and then when he reached out last year, hey, we both have the same open day. Let's get it going. And I got talking to Coach Bernardo, and he came up with the Catholic Cup, and he's like, let's make this something cool since we're the two Catholic schools in South Dakota. Make it a traveling trophy game, and let's get a little bit more excitement behind it. So I was all in. Anything to bring a little bit more hype to the game and start some new traditions, I'm all for.
Absolutely. Thursday night, what time?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Thursday night. We've got coverage right here on KYNT. Steve Toom and I are back in the booth for another season of Mount Marty.